Shamans, we understand, cause we the tech shamans. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Oh, so, yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Cool.
I mean, like the whole thing.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome to Tech Shamans. We are the Tech Shamans. I am John Gaston. I am your shaman of video. This is Anthony Sakovich. He is the what are you, the shaman? I mean,
Marketing.
I know because you're all over the place.
And branding.
Yeah, right.
It's marketing and branding and how to get out there in the digital age.
Ooh, that is some bright video. Holy cow!
Hi, everybody.
We're blinding you at home. I'm sorry because
Yes.
I'm blinding us here in the studio. So yeah, so you're binging Warehouse 13.
I've been binging Warehouse 13. Yeah, I mean it's got a lot of great steampunk elements in it. You know,
Right.
They have the Tesla guns and the Marconi wireless communicators, which are really funny because they're basically iPhones before
Yes.
the iPhone. Well,
Yeah.
they missed it by like
Yep, yep.
5 years. But right in the middle of season 4, suddenly there's this episode that is written so badly, directed so badly, the cinematography is horrible, the special effects are so mediocre. I swear to God, they turned the program over to a high school, film study class.
Was that during the strike?
I think it was during the writer's strike because it was just like, what the heck happened to this program? And then it's like the next episode, it's all better again.
Right.
It's like like they shot it on old flip phones or something.
Yeah.
And it's like,
You never
bunch of
know.
cuts. No, we're okay. Never mind.
No, it's all good. We're good. Let's go back to the
it's like-
normal.
it's funny how you develop that feel.
Yeah.
The look, the coloring.
Yeah.
Because they're all standard with their color correction, and then you get an episode that's off.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened with Harry Potter because when
Right.
you started off with Chris Columbus directing the first 2, and everything was so
Right.
rich in the golds and the reds and all of that, and then along came Alfonso Cuarón, who did Prisoner of Azkaban, the third one, and it was jarringly different.
Yeah.
Everything was blue, and it was like, where did all this blue come from suddenly in the middle of it? And it can really throw off your branding.
Yep.
Because suddenly it's not you anymore.
Yeah.
And you'll notice that a lot of the experts out on Instagram or so on, and in places like any place that's really visually oriented,
Right.
they are just so strong on telling people to make sure your photos are color corrected exactly the same way when you post them, because people recognize your brand from the look of your photos.
Yeah.
I mean, an Apple ad or website or anything when you see it. It is that clean, white, lightly shadowed background of an object, and that's it. Okay, that's what they do. It's totally minimalistic. Versus, you get Best Buy and you get their color scheme and you get all that.
Yep.
Target with all the red and the backgrounds and all. And
Yeah.
it's really important that whatever you're doing, maximize your branding in that way. And they really went off brand in that one episode of Warehouse 13. I don't know why the hell it was so obvious or why they did it, but bam, there it was. So there you go, branding.
There you go. Yep. That's
See, all things fit back into my area.
Yep. There you go.
Marketing,
Marketing. Well, speaking of marketing, well, it's not even
Yes.
marketing. So the U.S. We're going to start here. This is kind of an interesting ad that we found. Again, we pull a bunch of stuff from Verge and we do some from other tech sites. But this one right here I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
So the U.S. will pay up to $10 million if you can ID a foreign election hacker.
Yeah, and I did a little digging on this, and turns out this is actually a help wanted ad from the Democrat Party, but you have to be able to do it in time, so that they can go ahead and hire this guy.
Oh my. So they can hire him. They're looking for the best. Only the best here. The best of the best of the best, right? The best of the best of the best.
He could insert.
We are
John
looking for
Party
the
name
best
there,
of the
it
best
really
of the
doesn't
best
matter.
of the best.
Yeah, we want to know the people that can do it.
It's
And
kind of amazing
God knows
that
we
they're-
have enough money to pay for it out of any political coffer you want, because
Right.
it's actually just tax money that got rolled back around into political coffers again.
But it's funny they put the ad out.
Yeah, no, this is interesting. They really want to make sure that nobody's doing it, but I mean, I can see where somebody overseas might turn to somebody, because I mean, you start dollar adjusting that 10 million, and that 10 million is worth 50 million in Egypt.
Well, we've got all these
Okay.
kids. We got all these self-made hackers.
Yeah.
It's time to put that skills to work, because
I think-
now they become professional bounty hunters.
Well, and I think that would be really amazing, is if hackers started to develop anti-hacker, sensors that could spot other hackers and then identify them and turn them in. I think that would be some pretty amazing stuff out
Wasn't
there.
that a movie, Hackers?
Yeah, there was a movie called
Angelina
Hackers.
Jolie and
I thought, wasn't Dan Aykroyd in that, or was that another one?
I don't think that was a different one.
No, it
Let's
was a
see,
different one.
Hackers, the
All right, so we're gonna look that up, but,
movie. Oh yeah,
so-
see, Hackers. It
Yeah.
had a
was the
really,
cast?
let's see, plot.
Cast, there we go.
Cast was Johnny Lee Miller, Angelina Jolie, Jesse Bradford, Matthew Lillard, Lawrence Mason, Ramoli.
Penn Jillette, look at that.
Yeah, Penn
And a guy
Jillette
named
was in.
Michael Gaston.
Yep.
Yep. No
Where's that at?
relation.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
U.S. Secret Service Special Agent Bob.
That was Bob.
That was Bob.
Hey, I'm Bob.
Yeah. No, I don't think I ever saw Hackers.
Oh, yeah,
I can't
that's-
remember what the movie was with Dan Aykroyd, though.
Sneakers.
Sneakers. That's it. Hackers,
Even better.
Sneakers,
Sneakers, same thing.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was actually, it was quite an eclectic group of, I call these the pre-Brat Pack, or actually no, pre-Scream guys. Because
Okay.
a couple of the guys were in Scream and Scream 2
Oh, there
and
you
blah,
go.
blah, blah. But
Yeah.
this is Angelina Jolie's, one of her sexier movies,
Yeah.
kind of.
Okay. More so than Salt? All right. Okay,
Way
there you
more than Salt.
go. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not saying much.
I know, not really.
But better than Lara Croft.
So it's almost like we've gone out to now and gone, okay, all you youngins that are sitting in your mom's basement, make some money.
Make some money. Exactly.
So if you
I
can,
think
if
it's
you
awesome.
go,
Yeah.
if
you
I
can
was
track
if I
people.
was young and knew how to still do that stuff, I'd be
I mean,
like,
the thing is,
I'm in it.
if you go in there and you hack the system so that you can then monitor the system, can then somebody turn you in for the $10 million because you hacked the system to monitor it?
Oh, hey.
Yeah, but then it's
Or-
but that's like arresting the undercover cops.
Or is this a big rat trap? They're just trying to find all the hackers.
See who turns in who, and you know what? They're going to start naming each other. That's great. That's an interesting thing. They'll just create a nice database of the usual suspects.
That's like all this COVID testing. Are they really testing it, or are they giving it to you?
Let's not talk about that.
Is the new shot coming going to be a shot, or is it going to be a tracing thing? So they're going to have a, a little
that's
blipper
what
in
it
you.
is. Yeah, because I mean, it's not like everybody doesn't already
I
know
know,
exactly
right.
where we are every second of every day, who we're talking to, and what
Actually,
we're
if you
thinking
put the
about.
non-tracking software in there, they can't.
Yeah, sure they can't. Except who's tracking the non-tracking software? See what I mean? There, we're
Me.
back to this again.
That's my job.
Okay.
All right. So moving on.
Topic is officially dead.
So this next one is yours. We're going to talk about community marketing.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to throw you right into it because we always wait for the middle or the end, and I'm like, nope, I'm going to throw it right in
You're
the
gonna
middle.
throw me in. I'm not
Yeah.
ready yet. I'm totally not
I
prepared.
know, it's
I don't know
out
what I'm
there.
gonna
Oh my
say.
God, let me get
so
myself
here we go
together.
with Ad Lib 101. No, we were having a great conversation over the weekend about the shift in mindset about marketing and how it's probably not even appropriate to call it marketing anymore.
Well, what would you call it?
Well, that's just it. The name I came up with sucks. But I was told this weekend while
That's coming from
whitewater
the marketing
rafting that I need
guy.
to embrace the suck because it started pouring
Careful, you
in
got
the
a
middle
mic
of
up there
whitewater
now.
rafting. Yeah,
And
sorry
we're
about
not
that,
used-
everybody. In case you were wondering, that's what thunder sounds like. But no, we were looking at the fact that building community. Somebody I know is really working their Instagram channel right now, and they have figured out how to really get in there and tag all of the appropriate influencers.
Right.
And it's not just about hashtag, it's also about the ampersand, the @ tag, and getting those influencers, because some of them, you're wearing their clothes, their shoes, you're
Right.
using their products, you use their pattern, whatever it was, and so you tag them, and then they suddenly start amplifying you and to the community.
So you don't have to be friends with them as long as you tag them.
Correct.
And then tagging them doesn't show up on their feed going,
Shows up on their feed. And
hey,
they go,
why is
"Wait
this
a minute,
person
who tagged
talking
us?"
to me?
And then they go ahead and they share your tag. And this person went from getting 20 people to getting 700 people.
Right.
In just a day. Just because they figured out how to work this thing. Now, they had been working at it for a while, developing a whole backlog, but then once they did that, they then started to tag themselves into the community.
So you're talking
And-
more online community than you are community where you're at.
It doesn't really matter, okay? Because you can, once you develop a local community, okay, you can move them online. There's nothing wrong with that. And right now, with the way markets are and everything is moving people online is a great way to keep in contact with them. And there are so many ways you can do that. Yeah, you can have a chat space on your website. You can build that. You can have a community-based space. You can build a community app so that people can connect through your app. That's all well and good. The fastest, easiest way is to create a closed group on Facebook. And so you can go ahead and have a website that people come in, they launch, they land, they learn. You share with them in social media, but then you have them join a membership program or in some way join your community. It could be free.
Well, let's see what
but they join the
Wikipedia.
community.
Let's talk about what Wikipedia says here real quick.
And this is good because community marketing. Okay, now see, this is where they get into marketing as opposed to community building. Community marketing is a strategy to engage an audience in an active, non-intrusive prospect and customer conversation. Whereas marketing communication strategies such as advertising, promotion, PR, and sales all focus on attaining customers. Community marketing focuses on the perceived needs of existing customers. This accomplishes 4 things for a business. It connects existing customers with prospects. It connects prospects with each other. It connects a company with customers or prospects, okay, and solidifies their loyalty. And it connects customers with customers to improve product adoption, satisfaction, etc. Okay, so what it is you're creating a group of like-minded people for which your business may have a solution for some of their needs. And that is a very different mindset because it really is about building and sharing. And when you do that, you end up, people fall into your business. They filter themselves into your business. They go, okay, I know this person. This is who I'm going to deal with when it's time for me to buy.
Right.
Because I've been getting advice for them. I mean, we just had that happen. We got a referral
But wouldn't
from
someone call this networking?
It is and it isn't, because networking is always done with kind of like the explicit goal of driving business. This does not have this.
Right.
Okay? There are people out there that I have watched build a community. They've gone from 10,000 fans on YouTube now to 800,000 subscribers to their channel in a year.
Wow.
Okay?
That's a
Their
lot.
ad revenue.
That's huge, actually.
No kidding. I mean, they are making themselves, just in pure ad revenue, Patreon revenue, all that. They don't sell anything. But their monthly revenue is running between $12,000 and $20,000 a month in revenue off their channel. And all they're doing is facilitating a community. So if you have something you want to sell, something that will help do that, you don't even have to push it. I mean, this person has a Patreon that's making probably $15,000 a month. Okay, just in the Patreon contribution alone, and she announced it one time on her channel. Never mentioned it again. She has the link always down in her video descriptions, and that's it. That's all she does. But she gets in there and she just talks to her community about things that are going on in the community, solutions, etc. And yes, this is a rock star in the world. And but on the other hand, this is just someone who just stayed absolutely loyal to her brand and realized that the key to community building is storytelling. And that's what's really funny is, what the hell does that have to do with anything? You know, it's because what she does is she takes every single topic and actually crafts a story out of it.
Right.
She works 80 hours a week on this channel. 40 hours is spent filming her work. No kid, she works alone. Okay? And 40 hours is spent editing. And that's what she does. And she turns out a masterpiece. And when you look at what these real quality, community marketers are doing,
right.
They are, when you see that list of, production personnel at the end of a movie, and it goes on for 3 minutes, they're doing all those jobs.
Yep.
Including craft services, that means feeding themselves. They are doing every one of those jobs themselves. And that's how they're getting paid for, but that's how they look at it.
Right.
They are producing something that their community wants every week. Now, you don't have to spend 80 hours a week doing that. Okay, that's what this person does, and this person makes an insane amount of money doing it, just sitting in her apartment.
Well,
that's all
you got to do. That's all you got to do.
Okay, and that's what she does.
Right.
But on the other hand, you have businesses out there right now who could benefit enormously from building and creating a community rather than looking at it like a market.
I have told clients left and right about that. It's like, you want to become that person that everybody relies on or everybody goes to, but you got to give them a reason to.
Yeah. And that's something you have to give first. Look, you can spend lots of money on billboards, and it killed me. I was up in good God, where was I? I was in South Georgia, and I see a billboard for Frenchie's down at Clearwater Beach. I'm like, in Georgia, okay?
Yeah.
And they're paying $2,000 a month for this billboard on the side of the road. And it's like, isn't there a way to build a community that might work better than a billboard? With $2,000 a month, and that's just one billboard. God knows how many they have.
Well,
but
I'm not sure about that with them.
Yeah, but the point being, any of these things, any business you're in, you can think of your customers as a market that you want to attack, okay, and that you want to infiltrate, and you want to bring it, or you can create a community. Yep. And you can say, okay, there's a bunch of people out there that want to do this, that want to learn this, that want to build this, they want to do these things together, and they all have a lot of questions, and maybe if I can put them into a community, okay, and I can bring them into a closed Facebook group where they can all share knowledge, they can talk to each other, they can, build these things together, suddenly you're the facilitator.
Yeah.
And then you have that influence.
Well, that's what We Beam TV is all about.
Yeah, in many ways, yeah.
We do, people come in here doing a weekly, weekly show, and next thing you know, you're building your community.
You're building a community. And we've got people out there who get, tens of thousands of people watching them and listening to them every week. But engaging with that market is the next step. And, having the right technology.
I'm going to give you the perfect example, right?
Okay.
So, of building your community the right way. So we have a client that took a break.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm not doing this to make fun of them. I'm just doing this because I guess sometimes people don't understand what's really going on. So they've been asking me, how do we get better viewership, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, well, first thing I'm just going to be honest with you, you need to work on your social media. Now, views on We Beam TV were good, but they want that interaction so they can see the people. I said, you got to work on your social media. Oh, okay. So they called me beginning of the month and going, hey, we're going to put our show on hold for 30 days because we need to go work on our social media. And I went,
I'm sorry. I'm laughing with you, not at you.
I said, okay. I said, I'm not going to try to tell you what to do. I'm not going to talk to you into doing anything you don't want to do. I said, but you realize that you have to have the content to work on your social media. And they're like, what? I'm like, we have content. I said, okay. So say your Facebook page is getting 100, 200 views, right? If you leave now, and take 30 days off, you're going to lose that viewership.
Yeah.
So now you have no new content to be working on. I said, and one of them was an ex-police officer. So I said, that would be like me at the station going, here's your gun. And you go, where's my bullets? You'll get the bullets next month.
Yeah, you're going to take a month off from ammo.
Yeah, you don't need any ammo this month. Just work on
your gun.
Work on holding
Work
that
on your
gun
gun.
and taking it apart,
Yeah.
cleaning it, and, in the holster, out of the holster, in the holster, out of the holster, right? And then she got it, and she's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and one of the things that's really important, and I'm going to go back, consistency. Consistency in the timing of your release of your information. People learn to rely on you, and there's nothing more valuable in a community than having someone reliable at the helm. Many moons ago, I worked at a major Wall Street firm, and I got a bunch of the guys together, and we rented a kiosk in a high-end mall. And everybody else was, there were like 7 of us or something. And I chose Fridays. We had the days, split into 2 different, morning and out, morning and then evening. And then, so everybody was coming in there doing a half day here, half day there, half day, breaking it up, seeing who's there at different times and everything else. And I said, I'm going to do Fridays. I'm going to do all day. I'm going to start at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to go till 10 o'clock at night, and that's what I'm going to do every Friday. And everybody's like, you're crazy. You're giving up your Friday nights every week. I don't think I missed a Friday in 18 months. At the end of 12 months, the other 6 guys had not done as much business as I did. Combined. And I set a new branch record.
Nice.
Okay, for new assets gathered in the first 12 months of business. And I did it just from being consistent, because anytime somebody called, hey, there was a guy there on Friday, they would call the branch on Monday or something, and oh, that's Anthony, he was there on Friday. And it was always like that. And I had people who would come by every Friday to see me. And it didn't happen in the first week. It didn't happen in the first month. But month 10, suddenly they walk in with a $3 million account,
right?
Because they knew I was going to be there, and they'd talk to me how many times, because I was right next to the food court. So, but that's what consistency does. And these people, we're talking about here. You're building a community. You're building it with consistency. They know they can rely on you. Get your program out there. Get your release out. And the thing is, you don't have to do this every week. You don't have to panic. Oh my God, I got to release in 15 minutes. No, that's not how it works. How it works is you're working 4 weeks ahead.
Right.
Okay, and your release schedule is way out there. You don't care. You're not under that much pressure.
Right.
Excuse me. Now, don't let yourself get lax about it.
Right.
Okay?
Don't
but
get
the
lazy.
fact is, you plan ahead with your schedule,
right,
so that they only see the perfect release.
Right.
And you can do that with our websites are set up so that you can time your release to the minute.
Right.
Every week. So and then it automatically will shunt out to all the social media channels. Okay, and so everybody knows exactly at that moment they're going to get their stuff.
Right.
And that is how you become super reliable leader of a community. And that's really where good business growth comes from. Because look, with marketing, you can go up and down and screw with your budget, and you got to cut something, or you lose a channel. Facebook decides that they're not going to allow ads anymore, and suddenly you've got nothing. You're crazy.
Right.
Okay, and your business is gone.
Right.
But when you've got a community, and John, you've seen this. You've missed a day of a program, and you're getting swamped with emails from people who are like, whoa, what happened to you? Where are you? What happened to that? Those are community members.
Yep.
Okay? Those are not, advertising markets that you have tried to exploit, because they're not going to care.
Nope.
Your ad's not there, your ad is there, they don't care. But when you have a community, they're sending you emails going, everything okay? Are you in the hospital?
Yeah,
what happened?
We decided, we decided, it's Memorial Day weekend.
Yep.
It's okay. We don't have to have a show or the station be on. It's okay. People won't miss us. Tuesday. Did you guys quit? I mean, they don't even. That's a sad thing, because people have been let down.
Yes.
So many times.
Yep.
They immediately go, we invested our time, and now you're just going to quit? You're just going to quit? Really? Just going to quit?
Yeah, you're going to be one of them.
So we're like, no, we just took Memorial Day weekend off. We wanted everybody to go outside and enjoy.
Yep.
And then, literally, dude, I had over 4,500 emails.
Yep.
All saying the exact same thing.
Yep.
Did you guys go away? Is everything okay? And we set our own precedents because when, what was that hurricane that came through and kind of did a lot of damage here? Irma?
Yeah.
Hurricane Irma? Hurricane Irma did not take us down.
Nope.
We were streaming. I literally came over to the studio, grabbed equipment, took it over there because the studio was down. We didn't have power for a week.
Yeah.
Right? So went back to the studio. I got some. Gone back to the house.
Yep.
Had the generator running on the RV all day long, and streamed from the RV.
Awesome.
At least a stream, right?
Yep. Yeah. But that's commitment, and that's why 4,500 people send you emails.
Yeah.
Saying, where are you?
Yeah.
And it's not that, the content of this individual program is so valuable. It's that you become a place where they belong.
It's a trust.
It's a
And
trust.
the minute, and I tell every show that we have do here, the minute you stop doing a show and you take time off, you lose that trust of that viewer.
And it's not like we're trying to get you addicted to a drug here, but this is the kind of drug that has really awesome benefits for everyone involved, and it's about giving. You really are giving. But, unlike an ad with a coupon on it where you're going to get, oh, look at this, I made back this much with a coupon. You can do coupons in your community. It doesn't matter. You can say, hey, everybody, community members only, I'm sending you out this, if you need this, et cetera, et cetera. All right.
So, talking about
let's
trust.
Move on.
Oh, this is an interesting. So, everybody's on TV seeing Trump and everybody else saying TikTok's bad, TikTok's like, well, TikTok is firing back.
Yep.
So they're going to lawsuit against Trump administration could come as early as Tuesday, right?
Yep.
They're going to argue about the president's ban is unconstitutional. So, as someone that kind of semi-knows that stuff, I haven't really got into TikTok, and you know what? We're gonna go back to back. I'm gonna move something here. We're gonna go back to back TikTok stories here in a second.
Yeah.
I personally. If I don't think it's unconstitutional, if he can show proof that there is definitely an issue with security for the United States.
If we can show it's a national security issue, then there's absolutely no question that it's constitutional.
But if you can't show that...
But it goes beyond that, because what you're talking about here is FCC.
Right.
Okay. And the Federal Communication Commission also has its own mandates, its own rules that it has to follow.
Right.
And if it has even any suspicion that, to hell with national security, consumer security,
right,
okay, is being violated in some way.
Correct.
Then it doesn't matter that it's constitutional. It matters that it's authorized, okay, because the authorization is constitutional. And we'll get to that in a second, because it is a lot like, it's like the third wish on the magic lamp is that I'm getting an infinite number of wishes.
Yeah.
Okay. When you give when you constitutionally give a department or division a mandate to do a job, you're giving them the ability to wish for more wishes. Yes, they can go too far in their mandate, and if they violate some other aspect. But in this case, TikTok has been shown to be not safe for American consumers, and that's all there is to it.
Right.
And there isn't even an argument. And TikTok's argument in this case is that they weren't given time to respond. Hello?
We said,
how long have we been reading stories about TikTok doing this and not fixing it? And then when somebody finally does say, you didn't give us time to respond? Well, when did we get time to respond?
Right.
Okay, this is our response to months of activity on your side.
Right.
So, no, sorry. No, their case holds no water.
And what?
It's a stall tactic.
And then, so what does Amazon do?
Well,
TikTok launching a new app on Amazon Fire TV. Oh my God. Okay, I've watched. I don't have TikTok, so I guess I only get to watch what I can watch without having an app.
Yes,
You know,
and it's
the
the
stuff
app.
It's
that
the
is
stuff.
the problem.
What TikTok does is awesome.
Yes.
To me, it's like back in the Vine. and I think there's a new one, Zai or ZZ or whatever the hell it is now.
Yep.
They do the exact same thing, or you can just film it and make it yourself and then post it up on Facebook. So I get to watch what's on it. Some of that stuff's pretty funny. Some of it I was like, that's just the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So
look, if you want to show TikTok videos on another platform, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. The problem is the TikTok app.
Right.
Okay, that's what the issue is, and that's what's being banned. It's not the videos that are being banned. Okay, there's nothing wrong with the video. This is not a First Amendment situation. This is a dangerous technology situation.
So if this is allowed to be accessed through your Alexa, is what I'm reading.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can tell Alexa to open up Fire TV.
Right.
That means it can get potentially into your Amazon account.
No.
No?
No. If Amazon, is simply showing TikTok videos, like if they were showing YouTube videos.
Right.
Okay, or if they were showing, think about it. You got your Amazon Fire Stick, you're watching HBO. Does that give HBO access to your, no it doesn't.
My accounting.
Okay,
yeah.
it's a one-way communication.
Well, I know.
Okay, you're just shunting the information into it. There's nothing going back out. They're just capturing the signal and showing it.
Right, TikTok sitting on your phone.
Yes.
Access to the back end.
It's the app
and
that has
people
access
have more
to your
information
phone.
on here than they do on their computer at home.
Oh, much more. Much more. I mean, every password of everything you ever accessed, and I mean, I'm sorry, but if you're Apple, okay, they're all connected all the way through between all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, which is why security's got to be so important, which is why when the story comes up about Microsoft and Apple, I really want to bring that up and bring it completely right back around again.
Yep.
Because we have a great story arc going in today's episode. It's about the genie in the lamp.
Yep.
So, yeah, but in this case, they're shunting the media in.
Right.
Okay, that's it.
Okay,
so yep.
TikTok bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just think TikTok is bad. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, they built it to be nefarious.
Right.
Okay, and that is very different. I mean, even Dr. Evil. I'm sorry. We're talking about the guy who invented Amazon. Even he started it as a bookstore,
right?
Okay, with the intentions of just being a really good bookstore.
Yeah.
And sure, then he grew into Dr. Evil, but
he saw the need for now.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
But at the expense of everyone else. But now
don't get Rob started back now. There.
I know.
He checked on that story now.
I know. And now, though, we have, Dr. Evil is now launching 3,000 satellites
now
around the
Bezos
Earth.
wants to be like Elon.
Yeah.
He's finally been cleared through the FCC hurdle to do the satellite network.
Not quite yet. He has to go. He has to go back and answer the question: what are you going to do with your space junk remediation?
Right.
And that's the big thing. He has to have a plan for what he's going to do when they lose 150 satellites a year.
Right.
Okay, to just failure. What are you going to do with them?
Elon Musk has a great. They're going to go out and get their own crap.
Well, he's got the space fleet to do it with.
Right.
He can go clean up his own mess. But now, if Amazon says, "Oh, we're going to hire SpaceX to clean up our junk," okay, SpaceX is going to go
Space Force. Space Force. That's what they're for.
Yeah. To clean up. No,
clean up your space
pretty
crap.
sure there's no love lost between Trump and Bezos.
It'll probably waste.
all.
It'll probably be waste management.
Yeah.
Space waste management.
Oh, don't even go there. That's no, I still think we should have Andy Griffith doing it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we're going to go back to Salvage One.
Salvage One.
I love that show.
But
it was inspiring, just the crap you could do with a junkyard.
Yeah, right.
So that's what's going on with that. Looks like we're going to get some.
Well, speaking of, we're going to jump. Okay, so SpaceX.
Yep.
First flight proven Starship could fly again, says Elon Musk.
Yep.
And actually, Rob has the video of this. If he wants to play it.
I'd love to see that.
Check this thing take off. To me, it looks like a big monster silo.
Yeah, really, it's just full of corn.
Yeah, it's just it's corny.
Yeah.
Shiny. Okay, Rob, go ahead and play that if you got it, man. He's got to go find it.
Oh, man.
He didn't rip it.
You had
So
one
sad.
job.
So sad.
Phantom fake person in John's ear.
Oh, wait a minute. Here it is.
is. Oh, look, we can play it.
I'm going to play it for my own.
No.
There you go. Play it.
Yeah, we're watching it. Yeah. I mean, honestly, this is just amazing. So when you add on the fins and you add on all the other pieces, you've got the ultimate. What was that? Did you see?
Yeah, it was something
What
that came
was
off
that
the side.
that blew up off the...
It's probably the
It
launch
certainly
tower.
wasn't this thing. I mean,
Well-
this thing's looking awesome. Look at that.
I know, that
and
right?
able to stay vertical like that? I can't even do that after one drink.
Nope.
Okay, this is amazing.
Flying beer can.
Yeah, it really is. It's
It looks like a flying
best kegger ever.
ever.
Here come the feet. Boop. Love it. Oh yeah, I'm not in love with those flames up there. That's like, oh crap, is that a leak? Here we go. This is awesome stuff. This is pure science fiction right here. I actually posted a bunch of pictures of the Falcon, or the Dragon, leaving the space station. The Falcon.
Yeah. That is cool, right?
And these are real spaceships.
Yep.
Doing real spaceship stuff. And this thing is now able to launch again already and ready to go back to go up into space. And
Yep.
so when you look at this stuff and you realize this is the
Show
brainchild
what we're showing here, Rob.
of one man. And yeah, don't look at us, we're boring, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Uh-oh.
but this is phenomenal stuff we're looking at here with retractable legs and
Yeah, look at the landing gear.
yeah, I mean, I love this.
That's some beef right there, boy.
Yeah, well, it's going to need it because that's a lot of weight coming down on those puppies. And, being able to land, being able to stay perfectly vertical so that you can just take off again. And this is exactly what spaceships were always... I mean, it's like everybody told us we couldn't have this. This isn't how spaceships were going to work. It's like in the 70s, we went away from this. It's like, no, we're going to have space shuttle type stuff.
So,
And it wasn't true. We didn't have to. This is more efficient.
yeah, but it doesn't look as cool as a space shuttle.
Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, come. Okay, the monster silo does not look as good.
No.
Okay, I give you that. But Musk's actual rocket.
Right, but I'm amazed that they got the thing off the ground as high as they did.
Yeah. I mean, and it looks like a tether on it, but it isn't. And
Oh, no,
I
there's
love the fact that they can get away without the tether, but if you try to, do a quadcopter with a human on it, you got to have a tether
Yeah.
on it.
Look at that engine.
But this
And that
thing
was,
is like,
and that was a single engine.
yep, that's a single.
So they
engine.
put 4 or
One
5 on it,
thruster.
they'll escape. They can
Yeah.
escape gravity.
Yep. And
Which is just
it's
a-
absolutely incredible watching this puppy take off.
Let me see if I can go full screen with that. I
Yeah.
can't. Oh, there you go, Rob.
Pull it up again.
Pull that up again.
Yeah,
One more time.
'cause this is just amazing.
that bad boy
Look
go.
At this thing. I mean, you swear to... Yeah, I want to know what that was that blew up down on the bottom right. But, I mean, honestly, this is just a beer can on the end of a piece of fishing line. And, and they're just faking it.
They're
I'm
just
sorry.
faking
That's what this is.
It's like another moon landing
Practical
again.
special effect. Yeah, really, fake moon landing. But look at that. Look at the control on this thing. This is what it's
That's
all
amazing.
about. This is like a Segway spaceship. In so many ways, it's completely gyroscopic.
Yeah, you're right. A little
and
bit of flame
completely
going on up there in the top.
I know. That one there kind of made me nervous.
I bet they're going, what the hell is that? Why is it doing that?
O-ring, oh crap. But yeah, and then boom, down goes down again.
It's flame resistant, right? It's okay for it to be on fire, guys? Sure, it's fine, Elon. It's okay.
Yeah, we planned for this. Yeah,
So cool.
That's that.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk that because I know we're running slow.
One of the things, well, what do you want to do next?
Okay, so this one kind of, so have I been, I don't know how is it pwned?
Yeah.
Which tells you if your passwords were breached
Yep.
and is going to open source. It's is going to open source. This is a software.
Yeah.
So I'm not so sure I want to check to see if I've been pwned.
Oh, yeah. Everybody has.
So I'm pretty sure I've been
Oh, yeah,
pwned.
I have. So what you do is you go in, you go, oh, crap, when was it? It was 6 years ago. Well, I've changed my password a couple times since then.
Right.
So you find that stuff out. But it is good to know. And it's good to know the source. And, I mean, I just got a letter in last week from my brokerage firm saying that they discovered where there might have been a leak, 9 years ago.
Right.
Okay, and so they just bought me 2 years of identity theft protection.
Nice.
Okay, and they're like, here you go, you got it, you're done. And I'm like, thank you. I mean, it's amazing how many offers you can get if you just go to this website. You can get all the identity theft protection for free that you'll need.
I've always
somebody else will be doing it, in the next 2 years, and so I'll just renew with their account. And so, yeah, it is. It's just the way it is. And now I love the fact that they're going open source with it. You don't have to pay to find out if you were pwned. That's cool, but they're probably being sponsored by the identity theft companies, and that's where it's coming from.
Yeah,
that's really. That's really where the money is to be made in this, is to help people proactively manage it rather than reactively, trying to get their money back into their bank account.
Right.
Because I know somebody they oh my God, they got hit. Identity theft, bank account drained. They lost $315,000.
You're kidding me.
No, they got nailed on wire transfers out of their bank accounts.
That sucks.
And the bad thing was how many months it took to get it back.
So is LastPass a app? Looks like it is.
Everything's an app. It's a question of how you load it. Is it an app for a PC or is it an app for a phone? But everything's coming down as an app. All right.
So let's see. Let's jump into something. Okay. So AMC. This is this. I like this one because AMC Theaters is learning to embrace the streaming era, not fight it. Duh.
Well, yeah. I mean, in this day and age, what's AMC going to do?
What would you?
I mean, and what's interesting is what I'm seeing here is that the big studios have given that they're going to release the movies on for streaming 17 days. On Amazon, 17 days after it's released in the theaters.
Right.
But you're not giving theaters any time at all to make any money with it.
Nope.
So how is it that AMC is getting on board with this? I mean, their 17-day exclusive hardly matters. Okay, so what is it they are getting on board with?
I don't know if they're going to just maybe turn it into a service or... I don't know. I mean, AMC announced last week, struck a groundbreaking deal with Universal Pictures that they would let the studio place films on digital rental services like iTunes, Amazon, 17, blah, blah, blah. AMC would pull its films completely.
They're going to get a percentage. They're going to get a percentage of all the home rentals.
Yep.
So, like, I saw where Mulan is coming out. Disney's going to put it on Disney Plus. For
$29.99, you can watch it.
$30. Okay, which, is 2 tickets. So, yeah. And how many people have got 80, 90, 100-inch screens at home now? And you don't have to deal with kids in the back row, and you don't have to deal with any of that crap. And you get to sit in your own home theater and watch this thing. And you're still promoting the studios, and AMC is still going to get a slice. So, I mean, they won't get a slice of that one because it's already pre-planned. But but this one here, they're all gonna play together. Now, I don't know what AMC is going to do other than promote the rental from their site.
Right.
So at that point, it really is more like affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
They're like, well, if we send the tickets in, we'll get a slice. And I think. Live stream, with your AMC movie pass.
But I just don't want them to shut down the movie theaters. No. I like that experience.
No, I love that experience. I always have. There are some of those out there. Some new theater has come up with something that looks like the. Remember the Galactic Senate scene in Star Wars?
Yeah.
Okay, the big Senate where they all have all those pods.
Right.
Well, there's a new movie theater design like that. So you go out and you sit in pods. And so you're separated from other people, and I think that's great. But then they're putting like 12 people in a pod. I'm like, how is that a good idea?
But those are probably family members, though.
But hopefully, but 12.
You got to buy the pod or can't do it.
Yeah, really. Yeah, you buy the whole pod. But I like that idea. I like that kind of private seating. I know when I go to a sporting event, I stopped going to sporting events unless I could get club seats. Get into the private clubs. Where they've got the bathrooms and they've got the kitchens and they've got the food and they've got everything right there, and I don't have to leave.
Right.
And I'm not getting beer spilled down my back and et cetera, et cetera. And so
like puking on you.
Yeah, that's always fun. Getting hit by a stray ball.
That's the fun part, though.
Yeah. All right.
So the next thing I want to talk about, once I make sure, I'm going to go through a couple of these because I definitely. All right, so
I want to do the Microsoft Apple story.
Yeah, let's do.
'Cause I think this is really, really important.
So Microsoft.
Yep. Tee it up.
Microsoft. Oh, wait a minute, wrong one.
Wrong one.
There we go.
There you go.
Condemns Apple's App Store policies. So Apple will
course.
not approve Microsoft's xCloud gaming service.
Nope. No, they will not. And their reasoning is absolutely legit. Remember, we were talking about the genie and how
infinite
your
wishes.
third wish cannot be, I wish for an infinite number of wishes. That's what Microsoft is trying to do. They're trying to wish for an infinite. We want to have our app approved, and within our app, we're going to be able to put anything we want, whether you've approved it or not.
Right.
And so, no, you can't do that. That defeats the whole purpose of the Apple App Store, okay, approving every app and you knowing that it's absolutely safe for your phone. Because in the Microsoft world of what they want to do, they're, oh no, we're gonna put TikTok in there.
Yep.
So we're actually going to put TikTok on your phone anyway, even though the app has been banned. We're going to sneak it in. And no, you can't wish for an infinite number of wishes.
Nope.
And that's what they're working on here. And anybody who's seen the movie knows I mean, Robin Williams said you can't wish for that. Okay.
Okay.
As did Will Smith.
I watched the new one. I
had fun with the new one.
I was winning, kicking, and screaming to see it, and I'm like, okay, it was good.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
pretty
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So.
They had just enough twist on it that it was a new movie.
Yep.
But in this case, yeah, Microsoft going, no, we want an infinite number of wishes, or an infinite number of games that you never have to look at, approve, or see, or even know what we're doing inside your app. No, you can't have, embedded code.
Right, and it also
Yeah.
brings you back to the Apple Arcade, because Apple Arcade, one of the things about Apple Arcade is they're giving these coders around the world that can't get into the Microsofts because Microsoft chews them up, spits them out, and then they're no good. They don't want those competing with the Apple Arcade people.
Okay.
So I think that's another reason too.
And there's nothing wrong with having two platforms. Nope. I'm sorry. You don't need to be able to access every platform through every platform. And that's where competition comes from. And competition is what keeps things healthy.
Make yourself better.
Because if one platform, I mean, where we heard that one ring to rule them all, we don't need that.
Nope.
We don't need that from anyone for any reason. We need competition, and that's what makes things great. Remember when we were going through the what was the name of the issue when they were trying to get everybody on board with the internet equity? What was that called? Where the
I know you're talking about.
here we are. Yeah, now yep.
Two old guys.
Yep, too old. We're gonna rename the show.
No.
But the issue was as soon as they looked like net neutrality. As soon as they pencil pushed through net neutrality, 3 of the big 5 carriers immediately slashed their R&D budget.
Yep.
Because they're like, whoa, they've set us a new minimum that we have to meet.
Right.
And so that's all we have to do.
Exactly.
When you do something like that, there's a race to the bottom.
Yep.
You set a bottom, and that's all anybody has to do in order to stay on the platform.
New technology,
there's no need for it.
It's all working.
And that's the problem. If you've got one platform to rule them all, then there's no reason for anybody to develop anything better on another platform. Because your platform has it all, and it's the only way you can get at it, and that's BS. No, and that's why I'm against Amazon, just eating up and chewing up and spitting out everything. They're becoming one platform to rule it all.
Yep.
And no, you may not have my initiative, my ingenuity.
And because now we're going to keep continuing on that, dig that
Good.
whole Microsoft.
Yep.
Pardon me, I'm just saying, because Apple is now making their own chips and no longer need them for their phones.
Nope.
Samsung, Microsoft needs Samsung more than ever now.
Yeah.
Because without if Samsung ever went, we'll just develop our own chips, Microsoft would be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It really would be. It would be a crap show.
I mean,
because all their stuff is in their phones.
Yep.
It's all Microsoft.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and speaking of phones, we're going to jump right into this really next segue. Hawaii. You ever heard of Hawaii?
Yep.
Yeah, they're the largest phone manufacturer in the world.
Yep.
Well, guess what? They're running out of chips.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? You're seeing this running out of chips for phones, and then you're seeing, I mean, where Apple is moving over to, their own chips in their in their computers, but they're going to be able to basically trim down and start to produce their own for their phones as well.
Yep.
Because there is a world shortage, and nothing made that more clear than
COVID-19.
When it became obvious that we had a bottleneck, we have a vicious bottleneck, and we need to spread it out. We can't have, again, one ring to rule them all. We can't do it.
Right.
And that's where and it's funny because let's bring it back around to where when you've got a community that's relying on you and you don't show up on Monday, suddenly you've got 4,500 emails asking where the hell are you?
Right.
And it's the same thing here. That's the kind of bottleneck you want to be, but you don't want to be the one who doesn't show up on Monday because you're just not going to show up anymore.
Right.
And that's what we found out with COVID was that it's like, oh, these guys are just not going to show up anymore.
And these fighters are
can't.
fighting amongst themselves now to the point where Google has been barred from being on the Hawaii phones.
Wow.
Because of the spying crap that everybody's been. It's amazing. If you don't know the story, it's in our notes. You need to go read it because this is going to make you cringe when it goes. Oh my God, they can't even get along. That's why we can't have anything nice.
Yeah, because somebody's going to abuse it.
Yep,
Somebody's
exactly.
Going to push it. But that's why we must have competition.
Yep, competition is good. Let me see. We're getting short on time here,
Yeah.
and the last thing I want to talk about is going to be. Those, but I'm gonna jump. So Animal Crossing. Have you played Animal Crossing yet?
I play like stupid little app games.
Okay, so Animal Crossing catapults Nintendo into the stratosphere in the earnings side. So when COVID started, and everybody was banned home that weren't essential, which we kind of were all essential. It doesn't really, it's weird. Everybody ran out and got
a PC,
a Switch,
and they got a Switch,
right? And then they started playing Animal Crossing. That's amazing. The amount of people that are playing.
Is
Animal
that anything
Crossing.
like Frogger? Where you got to get across the.
Well, no, you have to go buy. No, this is you have to farm turnips to. It's kind of funny. It's showing you gangsta. It's showing you like how the mafia used to run things because this one guy lets you live on there, but he lets you build a house and go buy all this stuff, and then he charges you extra. Now you're gonna go get money and sell turnips and it's just and he can't kill nobody. I'm like, well, if I'm gonna be blackmailed, at least let me go kill somebody. I'm just saying.
I got you there.
But look at this. Nintendo has now shipped 61.4 million Switch consoles, just 470 shy of the original Famicom Nintendo Entertainment System.
Wow.
That is amazing. All because people want to play this goofy little game. Let me see, where is it at? It's not on here. That's great. I got that stimulus check, came in, and went and bought a Switch.
Yeah. I kind of would have thought that, the Harry Potter game would have taken off, and created this kind of thing, but they made it completely accessible from your regular phone.
Right.
So it's like, I don't need a special device for it.
No.
But you need a special device to play that game, and so they've managed to.
Here's something I want to talk about really quick. I don't know if you've seen these or not, but so remember the cheese grater that came out?
Yep.
All right, so the cheese grater, now you can put wheels on. This is, the case is absolutely heavy as hell.
Yeah.
So they've made these where they fit on the feet, and they'll let you can lock them in place, the whole 9 yards, so that way they don't roll around. $249 for rollers. So now you can actually, let me put the pause on here real quick.
I love the idea that you spend $249 to put wheels on it, and then they give you a little brake so that it doesn't move.
Roll around from you. Yeah, tell me that does not make sense.
Yeah.
Why not just leave the feet on?
Why
it?
not just leave the feet? Yeah, why put the wheels on at all if the object is to not make it move?
Because most time, if you spent $7,000 minimum for that machine, $250 is nothing.
Well, not only is it nothing, but you know, the idea of wheeling it across the floor instead of picking it up and dropping it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like, okay, yeah, that's a $7,000 insurance policy or a $250 insurance policy.
Kinda.
I'll take it. And then I still need to lock them. Now, I'm surprised that it doesn't just have a locking lever or some kind of mechanism. It actually has a little
And I forgot, if
washer you put under
yeah,
it.
if you build this thing all the way out, that's $54,000 computer.
Yeah, yeah. So you've got good reason to want to be able to wheel it places because they are pretty heavy when they're fully built out.
Right.
But yeah, I don't see any problem with that.
So last story.
What was the last thing?
Last thing is, let's get rid of Hawaii because we already talked about them.
Yeah.
So do you want to ever become Marty McFly with your own hover skates? Now they're marked down to $180.
I think
They're a
those
single wheelie.
absolutely fantastic. One under each wheel, and they're from Segway, aren't they? So they've got the Segway technology of the geo-balancing built into them, and as far as I'm concerned, that is just 12 miles an hour for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
They got like a 9-mile range. Okay, I gotta do the math here. So, 8-mile range. They have an 8-mile range on these things.
Yeah. So
and
$500.
Yeah, originally $500.
Oh, I mean, Segway
down to $180.
$180.
Yeah.
When you
and
got to put that welcome 20 in there.
Yeah,
I'd do it.
Absolutely freaking
Hell
amazing. Yeah. If we had better sidewalks around where I live, that's a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And it looks like a blast. Now I hope they do strap onto your feet somehow because that would be
it doesn't look like
to
it.
just stand on them. But you know, because I don't know how they've got the pads in the front and back, stand up, whoop, and they light up, and away you go.
All right, so thanks for watching,
we're
everybody, today. Yeah, we appreciate it. Got any questions, text Shamans at WeBeamTV. We can sit here and look at more stuff all day long, but we know we got to work, you got to work. We'll see everybody next week.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Studio's coming in. Bye, guys.
Shamans, we understand cause we take shamans. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Oh, so, yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Cool.